automobiles to start this project? So I want to know. No?
Wait a minute. Did you leave?
That's all I want to know. I just want to know.
You are not allowed to talk. You have to talk. Please be quiet, or I'll ask you to be removed.
Who, me?
No.
Oh.
No, you're still on the clock. Don't hear me.
Okay.
This isn't a question and answer. This is public comment.
And I live at 62 New Trail Road on Smallwood Lake. But I've heard things. I don't like what I'm hearing. And God, I hope that you guys are being truthful to us. Because we are taxpayers of the state of Michigan, of Gladwin County and Midland County, even though I don't live there, but you work for Dow Chemical and you're retired from there.
Hello. My name is Kelly Schaller. I live at 1145 Continue Drive in Beaverton. And I have a couple of comments. There has been a huge lack of transparency with the operating expenses for the 4 Lakes Task Force. How much are the people involved in 4 Lakes Task Force receiving for their time? We have none of that information. We have discovered that with this agreement, we, the members of this area, will be held liable for up to 25% of any damages if there is a dam break. I'm very, I'm sure that there are not a lot of people who knew that. The 4 Lakes Task Force is a delegated authority, and as such, they are obligated to abide by foreign laws as they are municipality adjacent. The 4 Lakes Task Force has outright refused to provide documents requested under FOIA, and now they have approved it with $25,000 as a quote. Why do you need to hide that information from the public? Is there a reason for that? I want our lake tax as much as anybody else. And me being 25, I'm going to be paying them for longer than most of the people here. So why is it that you can change the assessment amount at any time without approval? You can raise that 40 years, and you can raise that however much you want to cover operating expenses. I'm done here.
So, I'm a private citizen. I live in Eastville Township.
Name and address, please.
My address doesn't concern you. Oh, I live in Fraser Shore. Okay, that's a good enough address. I'm a back lotter. I didn't know that there was more insurance that I could get. I only got $2,300. I had sewage back up. I didn't realize I had $5,000. And no one in your office bothered to help me out about it. I live alone. I really am not up on all that. I've never went through a flood. And when FLTF took over the dams in May of 19, that SAD was not for this. That SAD was for the building and the repair of what was existing then. not all rebuilding this thing over Kepler's and Carris's legal lake level. They didn't worry about the weather when they made the legal lake level. Yeah, we had rain. We had lots of rain. I've lived here since '96. I've seen every year of what the rain does. This was man-made by him and that judge in Midland.
My name is Donna Hendershot. I live at 570 Bushon Beach Drive in Gladwin, Smallwood Lake. I don't mind you knowing where I live. I am so thankful that there is a plan to put our lakes back. I have heard Four Lakes Task Force, and I've been to a lot of meetings. I try to read all their stuff that they put out. I feel very well informed. I feel they've been as transparent as possible. Those of us that questioned our assessment had numerous opportunities to question it and bring it to their attention. I don't live on one of those assessments that's only going to be $180. Mine's going to be a lot more. I was flooded on Smallwood Lake. I didn't have insurance. We got it back. We figured it out. I've been on Smallwood more or less since I was born. My grandfather bought the property in Fortisburg. I appreciate everything you've done. I find misinformation so frustrating, so confusing. I am so angry with WNM Channel 5 and may not watch them ever again. M Live isn't much better. I just want to ask you to please vote yes, because this is the only plan to get our property back and our water back. There is no other plan. And I thank you guys for taking me a duty take, because I don't think that we experience in the county, and I'm speaking towards some of this misinformation that may or may, I'm not sure, I'm just now hearing about some of this stuff. I would like to hear from my county commissioner, I believe I'm Mr. 5, to know if my property taxes are going to be raised to help fund this, because we experienced a small amount of flooding. It was back up in my basement. We had lived there now for a year when it happened. And some of my neighbors and some of my daughter's classmates, they were actually living in campers on family members' property because their houses were ruined. They were destroyed in water in their main living spaces. And if this is coming out of the general fund, which I'm a taxpayer and my tax money goes into that, I'm curious as to whether or not my taxes are going to be raised, and if they're going to be raised, then what that amount is going to be. I think none of my neighbors, none of us are clear. Nobody can be here besides me because of work schedules, because of meetings and doing. And I just think that if my property taxes, if me and my husband, if we're going to have to pay help on this, I think we should be informed. When we spoke to the city council about the flooding, because the sewer system in my area needs to be replaced or repaired, we were told that the city, the county, they can't pay that kind of money without it being up for a vote. So I think this, in the very fairness of all the people who are going to be paying taxes, or the people who live on those, I think it should go up for a vote. I think that's only fair. And my email address is PegaLinda66 gmail.com, and I would like to hear from my county commissioner, and I would like to know if my taxes are going to be raised as a taxpayer.
Next, please.
My name is Mark Lewis. I live at 1161 West Pine River Road, Breckenridge, Michigan, 40615. Kind of curious, I understand that people living on the lake or even close to the lake, it's going to make a big difference to them. But I fail to see how making me pay an assessment, because I live in Porter Township in Midland County, is going to benefit me in Breckenridge. I vote on Midland County mosquito control. I vote yes. I vote for the roads. I vote for the schools. I vote for all that stuff. Yet I'm going to be told that I'm going to pay for him. I don't use Sanford Lake or any of those lakes, at least not on a regular basis, and had it for years before that. But that's my choice. I should have a choice on how much I spend on dams.
Yeah.
You have a vote.
Next, please.
Hello, my name is Kimberly Sudler. I live at 4792 North Berry. I'm in Sanford. I understand we are in the lowest area for Sanford Lake, and if they do raise the levels 4 feet, it will flood us out again. I was homeless once. I had 2 foot of water on the second floor from the flood. I still live in 1 room. I'm dreaming of a kitchen and God someday have an oven. And yes, we all have our sob stories of where we are at right now. If the taxes get increased, which I've already received my bill, is there going to be a program in place to help low-income people with this added tax? I have Social Security. I called them. They laughed at me when I asked if I could get a raise to help pay for this additional tax. I don't want to be taxed out of my home that I have tried so hard to fight for to live in.
Next, please.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate it all your time. I'm Wayne Ware. I'm a trustee out in the southwest corner of Porter Township, as an employee of the gentleman prior. I had a few striking thoughts about even rhetorical factors that come to mind. What is, from working in my own township, what is the relevance of the ARPA money to even have the necessity of a special assessment burden on these people locally? Are these contracts locked in? Do they have sunset clauses? Do they have penalties? Where is the transparency of that? The idea of staying within what you think of as preliminary budget is absurd, where our very trash pickup has escalation clauses for fuel and for other things. So that just seems that as you go to vote, you ought to consider different elements of the assessments themselves. Do they have sunset clauses? Like one lady mentioned. Can they be arbitrarily extended more years? Can they be increased without another direct vote? Those are the kinds of questions that people would really like the answer to. Thank you.
Next, please.
Hello, my name is Jeff Fitzsimmons. I'm not giving my address, but I'm going to give you my letter when you leave. Let it be known, this is a formal letter of declaration, a formal acknowledgement statement concerning the following entities. I'm not going to read them off, I don't have the time. The misuse and abuse of special assessments in Michigan is pure fraud. It's apparent the evolution of special assessments in Michigan has distorted the underlying special benefits principle beyond recognition. In short, the administration of the special assessment district must be brought into conformance with existing law. In long term, state policymakers need to examine